Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Luke.
This is the Android Guys show.
Yep.
Coming up on this episode, Luke and I are going to unbox a couple of headphones.
Yep.
He's going to do the Haymaker gaming
headset.
gaming compatible.
Yeah.
These are some premium headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also unbox the OneOdio Monitor 80 headphones. We've done some OneOdio stuff before.
Yeah. Great brand.
And then we'll review two things that we've talked about here before, but we've got some scores for the Pixel Stand 2nd generation.
Yep.
And you have some scores for
The Shokz OpenRun Pro.
All right.
Bone conducting headphones.
So that's the second and third segment.
Yep.
What you been up to, man?
Not much. It was a snowy weekend, so
That's true.
got some
we had some downtime.
yeah. So got some stuff around the house done and watched some TV. One thing I'm not gonna say check it out because I don't fully think it was great, but it was a thing that's on and it's gotten relatively decent reviews.
Yeah.
Which surprised me because it didn't look it, but I was sucked in. I was like, I gotta see if this is as bad as I think it's gonna be. I'm talking about Reacher. Reacher is on Amazon Prime Video, and it's Jack Reacher, which is a character from a book. The dude, I don't even remember the actor's name, but the guy that they have playing him is like, I feel what a caricature of just, it's like Johnny Bravo, of real life Johnny Bravo.
Okay.
It's just, dude is huge, handsome, and the whole show, it's hard to, so I watched the whole series. I binged it this weekend.
Man, this really surprises me.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that they mention, how he sticks out like a Thor, a sore thumb, in the little town. It takes place in this little town in Georgia.
Sure.
And, but during the course of this show, he goes other places. It just feels like he is such a presence that it's hard to believe that he could be a person like just doing stuff in life in general.
Okay. Like
it just is a person you would always notice no matter what. Like he's tall, he's huge, and the character Reacher is just it is very kind of one note. Like, I'm here to get the job done and beat the bad guys, and it's kind of it.
So you and I watched the trailer a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And we both more or less
laughed it off.
Yeah. It looked like garbage.
Yeah.
Fast forward to this past week and you start to see it trending, and I'm wondering why.
Yep.
I click on it and it isn't because people hate it.
Right.
It's because the Jack Reacher fans seem to love it.
Right.
And that this guy embodies the version of Jack Reacher that they had hoped to see.
Right.
That he's everything that these like airport novels kind of want you to imagine.
Yeah.
He's everything Tom Cruise's character wasn't physically.
Yes.
So that wasn't enough for me to be swayed.
Sure. It was for me because I kind of caught up on everything that I'd been watching. So I was like, I'll give this, especially because I saw some of the preliminary, like, hey, this isn't as bad as, whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll try it. And then it kind of was, it gets you, the story is, a pretty par for the course crime action story. There is, political intrigue and things aren't always what they seem. And there's bigger fish to fry and all that kind of fun stuff. But this guy goes from just showing up in a town to, essentially cleaning up the town, and it's a little ridiculous. But it was a fun ride. I think that's why I kept watching it, is because it was like entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And the supporting cast is good. Like there's people that you've seen in other things, and everybody does well. But it was it was popcorn. It was just sit back and relax, kind of watch.
How many episodes is it?
8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Reacher, it's out there. If you like that character, I don't know the character. All I knew was Jack Reacher from Tom Cruise's portrayal.
Well, you're a big fan of hunks.
Oh yeah, a bunch of hunks on the screen is what I want. Between Righteous Gemstones and Peacemaker, and now
for a second I was like, wait, which one's on Righteous Gemstone?
God Squad.
Yeah,
Kelvin's God Squad.
Right.
Yeah, the
all you can eat hunks.
Yeah, give me all the hunks on the screen. That's what I want. But yeah, it's out there. If you are intrigued at all, watch it. But if you don't want to watch it, you're not missing anything to not watch it.
Check it out if you want to. If not, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. How about you though?
Kind of quiet week.
Yeah.
Just kind of keeping up with the usuals. I would say for me, it's been a very fun Star Wars week.
Yeah.
As a fan.
Yeah.
With the Book of Boba Fett kind of coming to its conclusion,
mm-hmm.
getting a little bit more characters from other stories.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff is getting to be very fun.
Yeah.
Very fan servicey in the right way.
Yes.
Without being like really overt and heavy-handed and just kind of like, hey, remember this?
Right.
How about if we did that? And this is much more in service of
mm-hmm.
the references and callbacks, and it's I mean, we've talked extensively since the episode aired, but I would say that's, for me, I'm super excited to see how it ends or where it dangles us, for another season.
Yeah, I don't understand how this next episode can be the last episode of the season. Just seems like there's a lot of things to get through.
Yeah. I don't know how long the episode is going to be, but I'm going to want more.
Yep.
It could be 45, 55, 90 minutes, and I'll want more.
Mm-hmm.
At least at the rate that they've been giving us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the big one for me. Other than that, I've just kind of kept up with Peacemaker,
mm-hmm.
Righteous Gemstones.
Yep.
That's getting pretty interesting. Both of those are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
Sweet.
You want to take a quick break?
Yep.
And get into the format?
Yep.
All right. So we'll be back, and we will unbox the Haymaker headphones and OneOdio Monitor 80 headphones. Stick around. I stepped on you.
That's all right.
Be right back. Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Luke has a couple things.
Yeah.
Let's get started. You've got the OneOdio.
Yeah, these are the OneOdio Monitor 80.
Mm-hmm.
These are a open back headphone. And let's get them open here and see what we got. Looks like in the box we're gonna have the headphones, a couple of cables, and it's got a nice kind of carrying case here.
Mm-hmm.
Got some paperwork, as you do. Let's get these out of here. We don't need that. Smells new.
Yes, it does. I can smell it. Yep.
Ooh.
Like a new car.
Ooh. All right. Got a collapsible design, so they fit in the pouch easy. Extending sides here. A little squeak to them.
A little.
A little bit. That's the newness. 250 ohm driver. Looks like you got a 8mm jack and a 1/4" jack for listening, depending on how you want to listen. Nice soft ear cups.
Velvet.
Yeah.
I've got the specs here. These have velvet ear pads, 40mm drivers. These have a, I think you're going to find in there a 3.5mm cable on one end and the 6.35 coil cable.
Yeah.
And then on the other cable, it would just be 3.5mm
both sides.
On both sides.
All right.
So I'll give some close-up love here.
This is the same, similar design to what we've seen from OneOdio with like kind of the matte, soft plastic feel for the cables. Really nice texture to them. Feel good. This case has a little pocket here. It's kind of, it's like rayon or something, probably. Insert to put the cables in with a nice hard shell carrying case.
So the nice thing about monitor headphones is the swivel.
Yep.
So if you wanted to just do one ear,
yep,
you can listen.
Yep.
Or if you have them around your neck,
yeah,
you can
they lay flat.
Yep.
A little easier. These do have a 2-year warranty, which was similar to other things we've seen from OneOdio. Looks like 60-day return policy. So if you want to try them out and don't happen to like them, you have a little bit of time, which is nice to see. You don't get that a lot. These come in at $100, which for the quality, if they're anywhere near what we've seen from OneOdio before, these are going to be real nice.
Yeah.
Very comfortable putting them on. I can see prolonged listening.
Comfort.
No problem at all.
Yeah. These have adjustable, so you could put, I mean, really large head or just comfort around your neck.
Yep.
To put on, kind of play with. They seem like they have a decent amount of give, so that you're not, you know, they don't feel stiff.
Right.
So there is a little bit of squeak, as you pointed out, but I don't know if that's just the initial newness of that. Or, but yeah, so this has a nice long cable. If you plug it into your audio source, and really these are designed to, you know, if you want to listen to music, just plug directly into your headphone jack. But if you're monitoring, if you're doing some kind of music production or DJ or anything like that, you know, this is the kind of type of headphones you want instead of earbuds or just something a little on ear. So, and
they break down real nice to travel. This case is a nice touch too. It's nice and feels like it'd be strong.
Yeah.
To
hard shell.
Keep them protected. But yeah, we'll try these out, and I'm sure you'll hear about what we think of them. These are the Monitor 80s from OneOdio.
Right on. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Haymaker. These are a kind of a, looks like they would be just a regular headphone, but also gaming support. So if you want to, you know, PC game with them, they will do that. This definitely plays into a little bit of the attitude feel, even in the copy that they have on the back. This is nice looking. The packaging is cool. It's very very nice.
Yeah,
seems
the whole thing
premium.
Looks, and intentional. Doesn't feel like let's just throw them in a bag. We'll throw them in a box. So these are a premium, you know, brand. These run about $330. So
it's not a cheap headphone.
Not something you're just gonna get because you like music. These are things that you're gonna be gaming. If you're into, you know, like a quality pair of headphones. And you start talking about $300 price point, seems pretty rich for a lot of people's blood.
Yeah.
But these are the types of headphones that you buy them once. You don't buy every year. You know, this isn't like an entry level pair of Turtle Beach headphones that you pick up at Target for your kid. These are, these are a premium brand.
And they have, so this is another, has a hard shell case for travel, has a little loop on it if you want to, hang it off your bag or something like that, it looks like. It's got that same kind of carbon fiber kind of accent with the Haymaker logo. Let's see what these things actually look like. Got a little bit of foam in here. The case has some pockets. And ooh, these are braided cables, which is nice. You got a USB-C to A braided cable and a 3.5 millimeter jack, 3.5 millimeter cable.
Braided are nice because they don't tangle.
That's right.
You could kind of twist them up; they'll come undone much quicker.
Got a little Haymaker carabiner, and then this is the PC controller adapter. So if you want to do kind of like an inline microphone, looks like there's toggles for HD sound, for muting the mic, and for a 7.1 surround, looks like.
That's correct.
And let's get to these bad boys. All right. Again, it's got the carbon fiber kind of feel to it. With the H logo on each earphone with Haymaker along the top. It is a nice adjustable headband. Doesn't have, a lot of the ones we see have like a click to them.
Yeah.
This is very smooth. There's no click. The earphones just pop right off. It comes with two different kinds. On the side here, there is controls for Bluetooth, or if you're just going direct, and has a cover for the a little dust cover for any aux cables, and a cover for the charging port.
These are a memory foam.
Yeah. So
and then you've got
the ones that are on it now are kind of like the faux leather. I think it's I don't think it's actual leather. I think it's faux leather. But and then the memory foam is another option. They have a nice magnetic connection to them. So it seems, you won't have to worry about, there's not like a button to click to release them. You won't have to worry about any kind of anything like that degrading over time. The magnets will just work. The plastic, I will say that the plastic on these feel a little cheap.
On the outside of the shell?
Yeah, on the outside of the ear shell. But I don't get that feeling from the headset at all.
Right.
But the ear cups, they
really light.
It's very light.
Really light.
Which is a good balance because the headphones are a little heavy. These are full. Are they full RGB, or they have up to a certain amount of colors?
They are RGB lights, but I'm not sure if it has the full.
But from what I remember seeing on the logo here will light up, and then the Haymaker up top lights up.
Let's see
how they feel.
Each RGB lights built into the headphone sets the tone, creates a soothing, relaxed atmosphere. But it doesn't say. Then it says synchronizes with other gaming items like chairs or tower cases.
Nice. Just putting on different earphones here to see how that feels.
These feel like
they really nice.
Yeah, both of these are very soft.
I can definitely see, hours of playtime on there. Whether you're listening to music or playing a game or something, if you're going to have those on for a long period of time, I don't think you'll have any discomfort. The ear cups might be slightly small for some people. They feel like
they are over ear.
Yeah.
So depending on how big your ears are.
Right.
But they're comfortable.
They're very comfortable. And man, it's got some weight to it. This headset has some weight to it. And
I wonder if that's why these are so light.
Exactly.
To kind of offset that.
It it is Bluetooth and active noise canceling. So you have all of those all of that built into the headset.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have, a little bit of weight for all of that to work. But
so I'm looking at the instruction manual here, and it shows a lot of functions with the buttons on the left ear cup. You can do things like double tap to play, pause, skip forward and back on your music, swipe up and down for volume. And you can also take and receive calls. And then you also have the LED indicator shows switch it to Bluetooth off and on, tell you different colors, will tell you if it's in range, out of range,
nice
pairing, battery alert. So this brand is actually the headphone itself seems to be the only product that they have. And I think it was available as a crowdfunding or Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I'm not sure which one.
Sure.
That it was a couple years ago, but I believe it is now rolling out or is now available to purchase in a retail setting. So
yeah.
You're going to give these a review.
I will. Yeah, I'm going to put some time into them and see what they can do. At first blush, I'm impressed. They even have looks like a little spot for a cable to come through here. I don't know if you I don't know what that would be used for, but
yeah, but it looks like it does kind of hold that cable from put your phone in there.
Yeah, maybe you put your phone in and then you got your cable coming through. Interesting. Everything is made very well. I mean, they're definitely pricey, but the build quality looks to be right on par with what they're asking.
Yeah.
We'll see if they match with the sound quality, but so far I'm pretty excited to dive into these things. So
we'll check back another week or two and see how you feel.
And these are the Haymaker headphones with gaming
compatibility.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Thanks,
right,
Luke.
No problem.
All right, we're back for the third and final segment.
Yeah, we're gonna do some reviews.
Yes, I've got one. You've got one.
Why don't you start out? What do you took home? What'd you take home?
I took home the Pixel Stand 2nd generation.
Yeah.
So there's only so much you can say about a charging stand.
Right.
Does it work? Does it not?
Right.
Is it wireless? Is it not?
Right.
Like that's about it for charging.
Right.
So this one is a stand that is designed by Google. It is designed to kind of work for their device, but not exclusively.
Yep.
So this one, it's I like it. It runs about $79. This one lets you charge your phone, your Pixel phone, or any other wireless device. If you have earbuds or something that uses Qi to charge, you can put them on there. It has a fan built into it.
Yeah.
So when you first set it up with a Pixel phone, it will ask you, how do you want this to charge? And you can kind of optimize speed versus efficiency and quiet for the fan. So you can kind of lean into the direction of, I want this to be a faster wireless charge. I don't care if there's, like a little bit of a white noise coming from this device. Nothing loud. Did
you set that up from your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. So when you put that on there, you can also set it up. It'll ask you if you want to control some of your smart home settings.
Oh,
So you can pick 4 or I think it was 4 devices so that you can control from, like, quickly reach over and tap. So for me, I set up a couple of lights and then the thermostat. So if I wanted to go in, if I use it in that room for a couple of days, I would just kind of look at it and tap to kind of control the lights.
Yeah.
I could see that being very convenient for somebody.
Absolutely.
As a smart interface.
Does it, so essentially, maybe I'm too much in the weeds on it, but your screen becomes a little controller then?
More or less.
Nice.
More or less,
okay.
when it's docked on that.
Yeah.
It's like a quick interface to, if you wanted to do, like, for me, I set up living room lights. It'll actually look at everything that can be controlled and let you pick up to 4 of those.
Nice.
So I did one particular room thinking I could see this being here longer.
Right.
But if I had it on my nightstand, I might control different things.
Sure.
In my house.
Sure.
It's up to 23 watts for compatible Pixel phones. So that's a pretty fast wireless charge.
Yeah.
We've seen faster, but from Google, nothing. This is pretty fast.
Sure.
For other wireless devices, it's going to be about a 15 watt. So still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's on par with what a wired charge would have been a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So wireless is one of those things where you can certainly do without.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where you kind of like having it. For me, what I did the first day or two was I put it in the kitchen and I would just kind of put my phone on it, dock it, and then pair some earbuds to it. So if I'm cleaning the kitchen, making dinner, doing anything like that, I can control kind of quick and easy to get to that.
Nice.
The unit itself is very Google-like in terms of aesthetics. It's clean. It's white, gray. As you saw in the unboxing, it has like a little bit of a rock to it. Nothing crazy. I feel like it just kind of lets you kind of put your phone on it, take it off. Doesn't seem to slide at all, which I like. So if I'm putting it on a counter, I don't feel like I'm going to be chasing this thing around trying to hold it into place.
Right.
Long cable.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
Nice.
So depending on where you plug it in, you may find that, if you have an office desk, but you don't really have an outlet that's close, I think the cable's probably like 6 feet, a couple meters. Plug that in and it will definitely reach, which is nice. And then if you take it out, it's USB-C. So if you want to unplug it and plug something else in, you can do that. So sometimes we will find a tablet will make its way into the kitchen, or a laptop will just kind of need to charge up. Somebody comes home from work.
Sure.
So we just unplug it from that. But it's more of a conditioning thing for us to say, hey, there's a wireless charger for our phone here.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the other room to plug it in.
There could be something a little bit to, like, here's a spot for my phone when I'm home.
Yeah.
To kind of, because I know, for some people, it's a real problem. You're always on your phone when you're at home. I mean, I know I'm one of those people that I can be constantly having my phone with me.
Yep. And if I'm plugged in, then I'm still on it.
Right.
So if I'm putting it on this, the only way I'm going to charge it in this room is put it on the charger so that I can do that.
Yeah, you can't necessarily hold it and charge it at the same time. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a different way to think about wireless chargers. Than the normal, because it's a chance to kind of make yourself put your phone down. Yeah.
So on a nightstand, you reach over blindly. You can kind of feel and set it down. That's not a problem.
Yep.
Same thing with C. After just having your phone for a short time, you don't have to fumble with the cable, where to find it, how to locate. Is it upside down? That stuff is
a thing of the past.
A thing of the past in terms of phones.
Right.
You still get that with some accessories and things. But,
sure.
So this is, for $80, I gave it a 3.9. So it's, I gave it 4s pretty much across the board, except for, I believe, functions and features.
Okay.
Because it's not really super sexy. There's nothing.
Sure.
But if you have a Pixel phone, it's something that I would consider.
Cool.
I would definitely recommend considering. because it does give you a little bit of extra pixel smarts.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would say, it's a great option.
Yeah.
So about $80 in the Pixel store or the Google store. I'm not sure if they're available retail, but if you see it, and you're considering a wireless charger for your Google device, start with Google. It's a good option.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks, Scott.
You got it.
For me,
for your review, what do you have?
I am reviewing the Shokz OpenRun Pro. I actually brought them here. They have this nice little carrying case, very light. So these are the bone conducting headphones. And if you remember from the unboxing, I had never used a bone conducting device before. I was very pleasantly surprised with this.
It's a
experience.
Different animal.
It is completely different than, maybe what you think it is. And after, about a week of use, I figured out the applications that I would use them and some where I wouldn't. The thing about the bone conducting is it doesn't block your ears. So the whole idea is that you can use these and still function in the world around you.
Right.
That plays your audio through vibrations through your bones to your auditory sensors. I mean, it's not going through your ear canal. It's not putting the waves in. Now, I will say that for these, the audio quality is good. If you're an audiophile and you care about the sound of the music, bone conducting is probably not for you.
Right.
Because you are getting a lot of ambient bleed, and you're not getting that full isolation to be able to really hear everything sonically. But for the person that is exercising or doing some work around the house or taking a walk, or I guess that's exercising. I think I was more thinking like running training, or riding a bike or something like that. These give you the option to listen to your music, to take phone calls, to hear your notifications without isolating you from the world around you.
Yeah.
Which is very important if you are actively, riding your bike on a road. You want to hear music, but you don't necessarily want to not be able to hear traffic.
I've noticed with the way we've had snow that a lot of the sidewalks are snowed over and the plowing and everything. I've seen people who have had to run in the road, walk in the road.
Yep.
That if you're running with regular earbuds in and you're really in the music,
it could be dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I would use these, definitely use these when exercising, and I was using them around the house. Painted a couple rooms over the weekend. I was using them while I was painting, and I could still hear my wife call for me, and I could still hear my kids, but I didn't have to put on like a Bluetooth speaker, so I didn't have to disturb them with what I was listening to.
Sure.
In the room. These are IPX5 water resistant, so if you are exercising with them, any kind of sweat, if you get stuck in a rain shower or something like that, you're going to be totally fine. They say 10-hour playback on charge. I was able to listen most of the day with no problem. So the 10 hours seems very probable to me. I didn't play them from fully charged to completely dead, but I was able to get through everything I needed to get through without having to put them on a charge.
It is a proprietary charger, though, right?
It is. It has a little magnetic connection, and that connection actually, it works very well. There's a little magnet on the back side here, and that goes in and just connects. They are real easy to set up. There is a Shokz app for your phone, and that gives you a couple extra EQ settings.
Okay.
That works well too. These are a 2-year warranty. I was very pleasantly surprised by bone conducting. I'm interested to see this technology further. I would love to try out, something that's like sunglasses or another kind of device. And at first I was like, this is kind of weird that these have, it's just one mono piece that goes around the back of your head for each side of your head. Why didn't they have earbuds or just a wireless option that is just one ear? And in research, I've kind of looked through all of those, and most of those feel like they're covering part of your ear, where they're going into, whether it's resting on your earlobe or somewhere. And to me, that might cover more of your ear. So you might not get as full clarity of the world around you. So these, I don't know. I was very surprised by how well these worked. I could listen to music or listen to an audiobook. Both sounded completely fine. And still talk to people and still hear people talk to me without feeling like I had to pause or turn it down to hear them. So I didn't feel like I was over speaking or, talking too loud, as sometimes you have a tendency to. Even with, I know, headphones with like a transparency mode, I still find myself
elevating your voice.
Fighting the urge to elevate my voice.
You have any feedback from any family members or people in the room while you're listening to music? Did they say, hey?
They couldn't hear.
Yeah.
No, I was like right next to my kids, and I was like, can you hear what I'm listening to? And they're like, no. As far away as we are from each other, and they couldn't hear it. And it's not like I turned it down or anything. I was listening at the normal volume I was listening, and they couldn't hear. So, and there was no, I didn't sense any kind of vibration. There's different bass settings that you can set. And like I said, you're not getting the sonic, magnitude as you would with like an earbud or an over the ear headphone. So it's not like a true bass. But these have a surprising amount of range for bone conducting. That's one of the things in research and in, kind of testing out these versus other things is bone conduction has come a long way. It used to be pretty tinny or pretty brittle sounding. And these sound really nice.
Awesome.
Pretty balanced.
And they have a 2-year warranty.
2-year warranty. I gave them 4s across the board, except I gave them a 3 on price.
Okay.
These come in at $180. To me, they're very well made. They work really well. To me, that feels like a little bit too much money for what they do. Because the nature of them, because they're bone conducting, there is not active noise canceling. It has noise cancellation for microphone if you're making calls, so it'll cancel out some ambient noise for your caller, but it doesn't actually have any noise canceling for your ambient because it's not made to.
Right.
But the price point, when we compare other wireless headphones, feels like you get a little bit more features because of the design of them.
Yeah.
For that price, to me, $180 for these seems a little bit too high.
So if you're going off of specs, you'd probably like to see $20, $30 off of these.
Yeah, probably.
But if you're a runner,
you
might look at that and go, that's what I need, because earbuds, you can drop one.
Yep.
They can get uncomfortable if you can't find the right fit.
Right.
And then you've got on-ear and over-ear headphones, which can get sweaty or come to give you ear fatigue.
Right.
So
that's the other thing is there's nothing in your ear. So for prolonged use, you're not going to get any kind of, wear on your ear. I know I've used plenty of earbuds, and so have you. After a couple hours, no matter how comfortable they are, you feel them.
Yeah, you start to become aware of that.
These, you don't. And they're very light, so they sit around your ear, and you don't even notice the wire around the back of the neck. Yeah. I mean, they're very well designed. But I feel like, maybe $20, $30 less is probably right the sweet spot for me.
Okay. And that's the Shokz OpenRun Pro.
The OpenRun Pro. Yep.
Bone conducting headphones.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Luke.
No problem.